These are the richest kids in the world. This is Moulay Hassan. He is the Crown Prince of Morocco and has a net worth of $8.6 billion. This is George Lewis. He is the Prince of Wales and he is heir to the Crown Estate. The Crown Estate is worth over $19 billion, meaning this kid will inherit some serious wealth. This is Stormy Webster. She is the daughter of Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner. At only 5 years old, her net worth is $726 million. This is thanks to her parents' fortunes from music and cosmetics. This is Blue Ivy Carter. She's only 11 years old but has a net worth of $1 billion. This is thanks to her parents being Beyoncé and Jay-Z, two of the richest musicians in the world. This is Charlotte Diana. She is the Princess of Wales. She is 8 years old and, like her brother George, is heiress to the $19 billion Crown Estate. The Crown Estate owns many palaces and lots of land in the UK. Richest families in the world. This is the Al Thani family. The Al Thanis are the rulers of Qatar, worth an insane $335 billion. They bought a $5.2 million necklace, and when that wasn't enough, they bought a $17.8 million brooch. They also bought a $6 million Bugatti Divo and a $3.5 million Lamborghini Sian. They also copped a $40 million house in London, as well as these two neighboring London homes costing $480 million. They also have an insane watch collection worth over $20 million, with the most expensive being this $1.65 million Richard mill. An even richer family is the Wallenbergs. You've likely never heard of these guys, but they're Sweden's most powerful family, worth $900 billion. They own large amounts of some of Sweden's biggest companies. The Wallenbergs like to keep things incredibly low-key, but we do know they own this $100 million villa. But a way richer family is the Al Saud family. These guys are the rulers of Saudi Arabia, worth $1.4 trillion. The family's head, Mohammed bin Salman, spent $450 million on this Leonardo da Vinci painting. He also bought France's most expensive house for $300 million, as well as a $500 million private jumbo jet, a $150 million house in Los Angeles, a modest $300 million yacht, and then a $500 million yacht. The Al Sauds also own two rare Rolls-Royce cars, costing $28 million and $30 million respectively. But the richest family in the world is the Rothschild family, worth an estimated $2.9 trillion. Their wealth is very spread out, so it's hard to know what they own. But we know they own this $80 million house, this $102 million yacht, a $200 million vineyard, and an art collection worth billions of dollars. Most expensive things owned by Baron Trump. We all know Baron Trump's famous suitcase. But how much did it cost? The answer is nearly $10,000. Baron has his very own floor in his dad's $100 million penthouse, complete with his own living room, dining room, bathrooms, and a room for his own personal maid. Baron owns a Rolex Day-Date Gold, costing $15,000. Baron also owns various Brioni suits, costing $20,000 to $30,000 each. Baron also gets to drive his family's cars, including his dad's Rolls-Royce Phantom, original Tesla Roadster, Ferrari SF90 Stradale, and Lamborghini Huracan. Baron also has a trust fund, entitling him to a share of his dad's wealth, with Baron's share said to be worth $1.7 billion. Most expensive YouTuber purchases. Speed accidentally bought a $150,000 Roblox hat.
No, I got a refund. No.
And Speed bought a $50,000 robot dog. Logan Paul bought a $3.5 million Pokemon card case, which later turned out to be fake. But he then bought this real $5 million Pokemon card, which he made sure to confirm was real this time. His brother Jake Paul bought a $650,000 Bugatti watch, as well as a $12 million mansion, and a $10 million supercar collection. Kai Cenat bought a real-life Iron Man suit for $14,000. Simon from the Sidemen bought a golden PS5, dropping $10,000 on this insane flex. Mr. Who's the Boss bought this $170,000 gold phone. The camera didn't even work on the phone iPhone because the entire back is a gold bar. KSI spent $500,000 on this chain, a diamond-encrusted Beerus from Dragon Ball Z. Mr. Beast bought a $2.5 million private jet, which he then gave to Harry from the Sidemen for a video. Billionaires who lost all their money. Sam Bankman-Fried created the cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Users gave their money and thought they were getting bitcoins, but in reality all they were getting were IOUs. Sam misappropriated $4 billion of users' funds. When people caught wind of this and tried to withdraw, everything came crashing down. FTX went into bankruptcy, and Sam's net worth went from $27 billion to $0. A few days ago he was arrested in the Bahamas, and if convicted he could face a 115-year prison sentence. This is Elizabeth Holmes. She made a medical company called Theranos. She had said she had technology that could analyze blood in a new way. Theranos was valued at $9 billion, making her net worth $4 billion. The only problem was the whole company was a big scam. The technology was totally fake and didn't work. Her net worth went from $4 billion to $0, and she was sentenced to 11.5 years in prison. This billionaire was just sentenced to death. Meet Trong My Lan from Vietnam. She has just been found guilty of one of the biggest frauds of all time, stealing nearly 3% of Vietnam's GDP. But how did she do this? The money was taken from Saigon Commercial Bank, a bank that she secretly owned and controlled. Vietnamese law means no individual can own more than 5% of any bank. But thanks to hundreds of shell companies and proxies, Trong My Lan secretly owned more than 90% of the bank. She then used her influence to hire her own people as managers, and have them approve hundreds of loans to herself. Over 4 years, she loaned herself over 304 trillion Vietnamese dong, which is $12.5 billion US. Her loans made up 93% of the bank's business. When authorities raided Trong My Lan's house, they found $4 billion in her basement. According to experts, this is one of the biggest financial crimes of all time, 43% more than the $8 billion stolen by Sam Bankman-Fried. Because of this, Trong My Lan was sentenced to death, and many of her family and friends were also given life sentences in prison. But do you think this punishment is too harsh or not? Richest criminals in the world. This is Ismael Zambada Garcia. He replaced El Chapo as head of the Sinaloa cartel. He hasn't been photographed since the 1990s, but his narcotic smuggling cartel makes $39 billion every year. Zambada's personal net worth is $12.6 billion. Dawood Ibrahim is the richest gangster in India. He runs a gang called D Company. Dawood makes his money from racketeering, extortion, and smuggling. D Company also does assassinations, and they're behind various bombings in Mumbai. Dawood Ibrahim is thought to be worth around $9 billion. Semyon Mogilevich is Russia's richest gangster. He makes his money from racketeering, extortion, and fraud, as well as narcotics and weapons trafficking. Despite his place on the FBI's most wanted list, he is a free man in Russia. This guy is about to overtake Elon Musk as the world's richest man. Meet Gautam Adani from India. He's a college dropout who made his own business. But in the last 2 years, his net worth has gone from 10 billion to 100 billion. And yesterday, he took over from Jeff Bezos as the world's second richest man. Adani's net worth is now $147 billion. And he's rapidly catching up to Elon Musk, meaning that soon the richest man in the world will be from India. But what does this guy actually do? Well, the answer is everything. His company Adani Group does port management, electric power generation, renewable energy, mining, airport operations, natural gas, food processing, and infrastructure creation. There's basically nothing this guy doesn't do. And much like Elon Musk, this man plans to take India into space.